Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video of how to get into Pokemon, the card game. A few friends of mine asked me the best way to get into it, what's the best thing to go to the store and buy. I play loads of games of Pokemon, I've got loads of cards. I mostly play with my kids, family, friends. And when you go into the store, there's loads of different Pokemon products you can get. So it can be a little bit confusing. For example, booster packs, they're great, but you don't really need these to start with. Sort of character packs, they're great. Not a bad way to start, but not the best. Tins. In fact, I think the best way to start is with one of these, what's called a trainer kit. Pokemon, the card game, I would describe it as a strategy sort of game. So it's not like a lot of card games you may be used to. For example, it's not at all like the game of Snap. And Snap!
That's how I play, Dad.
What? And it's not really like Top Trumps either. You'll go.
I'm going to put down Shelmet.
You put down Shelmet, and I'm going to put down Dragonair, and he has 80 hit points to your 60, so I win, and I get him.
That's how I play, Dad.
What? So, we've established that Pokemon is not like Top Trumps, or it's not like Snap. So let's actually have a look at what you get in the training kit, and I'll talk a little bit about why I recommend this as a good place to start with Pokemon, the card game. So it's called a trainer kit. Why on earth it's not called a two-player starter kit is beyond me. But there you go. It does say two-player. Learn to play set. And basically what you get is you get two 30-card decks. Now normally Pokemon is a 60-card deck game, but you can play with 30 card decks. And in the starter set you get two of them, one for each player. If you have a look at the back, it tells you everything that it includes, which is your two decks and your sort of how to play guide. You get a game map which I'll show, all the counters that you need, and the kind of coin as well. So let's actually have a look as to what you actually get inside the box. If I just open it up, and actually I started off with a set very similar to this. The set I started off with several years ago was a little bit different, but fundamentally, you know, in principle, the same thing. So, here's our decks. See if the camera will focus in on that. A little bit of the cellophane's making it a bit hard. There's one. There's the other one. You get a sheet of counters, and as you play the game, and your Pokemon damages your opponents, you put these counters on their cards. You get a code for playing it online. So if you want to play online, which I don't, I have tried the Pokemon game online and it was fun, but I'd rather play the actual card game. You get a kit guide, awesome. Another one for the opposing player. So one for the red player, one for the blue player. You get a snazzy little box to keep your cards nice and safe. Got young kids like me, keeping the cards away from grubby fingers. This is quite important. Don't shuffle the decks. The decks actually, when they're printed, are put into a certain order that these guidebooks refer to. So when you open these up, it's very tempting to start shuffling them and looking through the cards. Don't. Keep them as they are. And then you get basically a concertina folded sheet that's got all the sort of all the rules, and that you use as a play mat. And once I've finished talking about it, I'll fold this out and we'll have a look at the play mat. But for now, I just wanted to have a quick look at these, because this is fundamentally one of the best things about this set is actually, as well as, I mean, the cards are great, the coin which you use, the coin is double-sided, it's a heads and tails type coin, and in the game sometimes you have to flip this coin or any coin you want with a 50-50 chance of an outcome. But really, what makes this a great starter set is not just the fact you get two decks, but also a step-by-step talking you through each of the two decks of how to play. And the way that I played this with my kids that you saw earlier in this film was I would sit there with this and they would sit there with, one of them would sit there with that, and I would talk through this guide and they would talk through that guide, and it basically takes you step by step through the complete game of how to play, and it is a really good way. It may seem like, oh my goodness, look at all these complicated rules and look and all these things that happen in the game, but the game really, once you've been through this process, and that probably takes about a quarter of an hour, really is quite simple. I don't think Pokemon's one of these great games that in principle is very, very simple, but with tons and tons of depth. So let's have a look at the play mat. So this is the play mat. I've folded it all out and taken the camera off the tripod so you can see the whole mat. Basically, one player sits one side, the red player, and then the blue player sits the opposing side, facing off against each other. And then each player takes their deck of cards. So this is the red player's deck, and the blue player's deck for the opposing side. So I'm not going to sort of explain how to play Pokemon, but basically what I like about this set is that you get 2 sets of cards, you get the damage counters, you get a coin, you get a little snazzy box to keep them in, you get these quick guide rule books of how to play, and I can't stress the importance, or at least I found playing this game for the first time, of going through this step-by-step process with another player to learn the game. And to be honest with you, with Pokemon, once you've played it once, you pretty much know the base core rule set of the game in one product, right? Just to show you the back of the play sheet, this is the sort of detailed description of all the rules, and I still do refer to these from time to time, even though I've been playing several years with my kids. And again, it can look a little bit like, oh my goodness, all these rules, but really it's not, and that's what those guides do. They take you through that step by step, and I think for one product off the shelf starter set, I really do wish they called it a starter set. The trainer kit, and I'm like, what is that? You know, if you're not familiar with Pokemon. The other thing I would say, if you've come to this, if you're interested in playing Pokemon, you've played the video games, and I've played a lot of the video games as well. There are, I'm not saying differences between the video game and the card game, but there are things in the video game that simply don't exist in the card game. You know, the idea of running through long grass doesn't exist in the card game. The fact that the Pokemon level up doesn't really exist in the card game. The Pokemon do evolve into more powerful Pokemon, and the rules will tell you all how to do all that. But there are differences between the two. So overall, a great product. Like I said, can't stress enough. If you want to get into Pokemon, if you're a parent, you want to play with your kids, this is a great set. Or if you're a grandparent, you want to play with your family, great set. Or you just want to get into it for the first time, or maybe you haven't played for a long time, this is I can't recommend this set enough. Now, if you thought this video was cool, or any questions or any comments, bang them in the comments section. We do have a Facebook, and I'll put that on the link. Our Facebook page details loads of different card games we play, all about our collections, and we actually have developed some free games as well, and they're all on our Facebook page. So please check them out. Some of our free games, people are playing them all around the world, and they're totally free. We'll give you the PDF of the game for you to play. We love playing card games in my family with my friends, and we play an awful lot. So thanks for watching.